In real life, I've had people take my idea and run with it as if it was theirs. And because I know who I serve and whose I am, that doesn't intimidate me. If I need to call someone out, I definitely know how to do that. But there's been times where God said, don't worry about that. Let that go. And I let it go. Why? Because at some point, the truth will reveal itself, and it always does. So for me, I don't have to go and blast someone because at the end of the day, they can't take my mind. I have a wealth of knowledge. I have skill sets that help me to create wealth, ongoing wealth. Hi guys, this is Chiquita Robertson, and on today, I want to talk to you all about wealth. And it may not necessarily be what you think it is for this video. I really want to dive into how wealth and money are not necessarily the same thing, okay? And the reason this discussion, or at least topic, came up is because it's something that's actually been coming up the past few weeks, and where hear myself talking about it more and more. My husband and I, we were in a conversation earlier today, and we're actually listening to the same book. And within the book, one of the authors, began to kind of break down what is wealth, or at least the difference between what wealth is and what money is. And I think sometimes we all get it confused and just lumping in it as the same, but it's really not the same. Money is a medium of exchange. You use money to exchange with someone for goods and services. And so if you're looking to buy goods and services, you're going to use money. If you're looking to sell goods and services, you're going to want money in exchange for what you're going to give to the customer. And so we have to understand what money is and what money is not. Another thing is understanding that money is finite, meaning a dollar is a dollar is a dollar. A $10 bill is a $10 bill. It has a finite number. It is defined. It has a certain amount of value. But true wealth is infinite. Have you ever heard of the term or the saying that knowledge is wealth, or, the wealth of knowledge that person has? And it's true. True wealth is infinite. You really can't put a number on it. And that's why, if many of you have heard of the scripture, God has given us the ability to get wealth, the ability to get wealth. There is not a limited amount of wealth out there. There's an abundance of wealth that's out there. All you have to do is tap into it. And so one of the things my husband and I, we've been talking about, and this is why we're listening to this particular book and a certain series of books, because of some projects that we're going to be launching to help people build up their wealth. Specifically, business owners. We're actually going to be launching some projects where we're going to help business owners grow their business, or basically grow their business revenue, and even helping those that are just within the career field to advance their career. We're wanting to help people prosper and to really build wealth. And this is where we really come into with a lot of the things that we do. But I want you all to think about this. And I'm going to kind of wrap all of it up in a little pretty bow based on an experience that I had a number of years ago. And just to let you all know, I don't know, for some of you that really know me, especially in the business realm, you're going to kind of know, like, yeah, I know she does that. But I am the type of person that I come up with ideas, as a business idea or how to solve a problem. That's why I'm basically a coach and a consultant for businesses, and even for some professional individuals as well. But if you have a problem, I am going to come up with some options, some solutions to how to solve your problem. And that could be a very lucrative skill set in the business realm. And of course, I get paid very good for that. I'm gonna go back some years ago. And I was in this particular class or workshop that I had to do when I was working in corporate America. And we had to take a scenario and come up with a solution and how we were going to present it, or what we were going to do to solve the issue at hand. So I was working within a group, and we all kind of jotted down what we thought it was, and then we began to share within the group. And so they went around the group, and someone asked me like, "Hey, what did you come up with?" And so when I explained to them how I would solve the situation, they loved it. They jumped at it. It was like, "Yeah, yeah, let's go with that. That's going to be our response, as a group." So we went ahead and and I spoke, read out what the solution would be, and it went over very well. But one of the individuals, a leader, because all of us that were pretty much for the most part, I think within this class were leaders. Another leader who had been a leader for years told me, he said, why would you do that? Why would you answer it that way? Why would you allow the person to take your idea? Why wouldn't you push back on your idea? And he's referencing, this person is referencing part of the solution. And just to give you all the background so that it makes sense, we were having to address a coworker that took our idea and use it as their own. They ran with as if they came up with the idea. And how would you approach the situation? Would you talk to the employer? Would you report them? Whatever. My solution basically was to address the employee directly, the coworker, and talk about it and, see what was happening, why did they do that or felt the need to do it. And I can't remember the details because this has been years ago. I just remember for me, it was to address the employee because you all, I'm sure you all have heard of, or at least if you didn't watch that video, how to have the conversation. And so one of the things is to be integral. There's no need to go around talking to any and everybody else but the employee. To be intentional, have the conversation and to do it in love. And so just what I told you all years later, this is what I was basically sharing as part of what I would do, my scenario. I'm gonna tell you all, when I give you all advice and tips and different things, these are things that I live my life by. These are things that I've been able to be very successful at in what I do. And so it's who I am. I can't be no other person than who I am. I'm gonna be real. So I was sharing that I would have a conversation with the person, talk about it. But this other leader, he could not get over the fact that I wouldn't address or at least call them out or report them for taking my idea. What about your idea? You wouldn't push back on them or go report them. And I said, no, because I can come up with any ideas. And I've had that happen to me in real life. That was a scenario. In real life, I've had people take my idea and run with it as if it was theirs. And because I know who I serve and whose I am, that doesn't intimidate me. If I need to call someone out, I definitely know how to do that. But there's been times where God said, don't worry about that. Let that go. And I let it go. Why? Because at some point, the truth will reveal itself, and it always does. So for me, I don't have to go and blast someone because at the end of the day, they can't take my mind. I have a wealth of knowledge. I have skill sets that help me to create wealth, ongoing wealth. My wealth is not limited to the amount of money I have in my bank account. Why? Because I have this, and I have the Spirit of God with me, which creates even more wealth. I come up with ideas almost on a daily basis. I help people. I help them to fix problems and issues and come up with solutions. And it's something that it allows for me to create a wealth of freedom that I wouldn't otherwise have. I am living I'm really living my dream life, truth be told. I'm not gonna say I don't have all the money and, a whole bunch of money, and I have a nice amount, We're good. Imma just say we're good. But what I'm gonna say is that true wealth is more than the amount of money you have in your bank account. You want to have freedom, freedom to choose what you do and you don't do. Freedom to say, "You know what? I wanna choose to not have to wake up at the break of dawn and go hit a clock." Freedom to be able to take your kids to school. Freedom to be able to take vacation when you want to. Freedom to be able to, go buy that new car, freedom to be able to get a new set of tires without having to figure out, "Okay, what can I get by with not paying this month?" Freedom. I thank God for the ability to have freedom, to have true wealth. And it's more than the amount of money that's in my account. Of course, I have money in my account. God has called us to be great stewards, but it's more than money. True wealth is more than money. And that's what I want to encourage you all to help you get to the point to where you're understanding that true wealth is more than money. It is freedom. It is the ability to be able to truly enjoy life. It is the ability to be able to have sources of income that are coming in so that you not only can reap the benefits from it, but you're creating generational wealth so that your children and your children's children and so on can reap the benefits of it. And you're teaching them how to create and perpetuate wealth, what true wealth is. So I hope this video has definitely blessed some people. There's a lot of stories I can share with you all. Um, One thing that I will share is that I can remember even another situation where someone did take my idea and ran with it. And I can remember how I was sitting in a meeting and I'll let them do it. I say, don't worry about that. And another coworker knew about it. And I say, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because eventually it's going to reveal itself. And it did. We were sitting in a meeting and this person ran with my idea and questions started coming to them. And the managers, the supervisors were asking this person, this was like so many years ago, but they were asking them questions. And I just sat back. I didn't say anything because typically I would jump in and kind of help. But this time I sat back. I didn't say anything. I let that person just run with it as if it was their idea. But eventually they had to turn to me and almost acknowledge that I was really the brains behind it in a sense. And that's why I say, I share with people, your gift will make room for you. I actually told that to someone earlier today, that your gift will make room for you. You don't have to worry about what people are doing, what they're saying, how they're lying on you, how they're out to get you. You don't have to worry about it because your gift will make room for you. All you have to do is surrender it to God, take His wisdom and His strength, and to be able to do everything you're called to do and what you need to do, okay? So I hope this video has encouraged someone. I know I've talked about several different things. It's definitely a longer video than what I typically put out, but I just wanted to encourage you all with some tips, some wisdom to really break down what wealth is. If you all like this video, if you want more information, want me to share more on this topic, be sure to put some comments in the comment section to let me know or thumbs up this video. All right, guys, I hope this video has blessed someone. Until next time, you all be blessed.